Thanks for staying with us this evening. 22 years ago, an anti-government group known as the Montana Freemen engaged in an 81-day standoff with the FBI outside of Jordan, Montana. The arrest of Freemen leader Leroy Schweitzer sparked the standoff between 100 federal agents and 10 militia men inside the compound. In tonight's Q2 Rewind, we take a look back at the struggle between the federal government and American citizens that made national headlines.
A convoy of law enforcement officers haul fugitive Freemen to jail cells in Billings. In custody are 56-year-old Leroy Schweitzer. He's regarded by some people as the leader of the Freemen.
They call themselves the, quote, Freemen. They don't obey laws, but tonight they're surrounded by officers of the law. Hundreds of federal peace officers and police are laying siege to a heavily armed compound in Montana.
Local residents continue to hope the Freemen, who remain on a remote ranch, will listen to reason.
Let's pray for the people at the ranch that there won't be bloodshed. Amen?
Authorities continue a non-confrontational approach, allowing relatives and friends to appeal to the remaining fugitives to give up their anti-government rhetoric.
Negotiations are finally taking place. After the negotiators went onto the ranch, they set up a table and some chairs on a dirt road. 4 Freemen came out of the ranch, exchanged handshakes with the negotiators, and sat down to talk for about an hour.
Our goal has been and is now to accomplish the resolution of this situation in a peaceful, orderly manner.
One of the reasons the Freemen have been able to avoid authorities up until now is because their headquarters are so remote. The Freemen's headquarters are about 15 miles in that direction. The nearest law enforcement authority is about 23 miles that direction.
Tensions are high and tempers are short as the standoff drags on.
Get that goddamn camera away from me. I'll bust it over your goddamn head, you phony bastard.
At the Freemen Ranch, there is little activity. A few cars patrol the area, watching the media watch them.
The people on the farm they call Justice Township go about their daily routine, taking food to the men deployed as sentries around the 960-acre farm, while federal agents watch them from the sky.
The standoff near Jordan has been going on now for 11 days.
For the first time since the initial days of the standoff, 2 people have left the besieged ranch of the Montana Freemen. In darkness last night, Val Stanton and her daughter Mariah came out.
If they come out 2 at a time, that's fine. We'll wait. We'll be here when they come out. That's all we can do.
This demonstration of federal force laying siege to this farmhouse with 18 alleged check writers is a bit of overkill.
My recommendation to anyone who considers themselves in the Patriot movement or the militia movement to stay away from Jordan, Montana.
The Freemen showed their displeasure with the outside world today by hoisting an American flag upside down outside their ranch house.
Frank Field is in the newsroom now with more on the standoff, which is now in its 37th day. Frank?
Gus, Heather, the Freemen appear to want someone to hear their views about the government's power.
We're the conservators of the peace. We don't want to destroy the law, and you've heard lots of things, anti-government, that type of thing.
The FBI moved in black armored cars and a rescue helicopter to Garfield County today, saying they need emergency vehicles to help end the 2-month standoff with the anti-government Freemen.
One would like this to be over, and it will be over, and that's the commitment that we've got from the FBI, is that they're not going to leave here until these people are arrested.
It's apparently all over but the shouting and the trip to jail. Nearly 3 months after it began, the standoff between the anti-government Freemen and federal agents is in its last hours.
81 days ago, I announced the arrest of Leroy Schweitzer and Dan Peterson. From that day on, the FBI has been committed to the peaceful resolution of this situation. Today, that goal has been achieved.
Oh, and Schweitzer was sentenced to 22.5 years in prison for a variety of federal crimes, including bank fraud, theft, robbery, firearm violations, and making threats against a federal judge.